friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in the U.S. in Central Maryland. So today I'm here to share with you a fun fold, and it's fabulous. It's called Art Deco. I've never seen anything like this. I'm in a group of the Fabulous Fun Folds, and every month we produce a fun fold, and each of the participants makes the fun fold using their own supplies. So this is the card I did for that collaboration, and let's jump in. If you get sick, I'm gonna, by the camera moving, you better look away now because the camera is moving. And there we go. And I've been having some problems trying to with my camera. Let's see if I can get this turned around. Okay, let me bring it down a bit. And tilt it up. All right, I'll try to keep an eye on it to see if it drifts or not. Let me see if I can find myself on the interwebs. Am I live? I think I am. Let me turn the sound off. Okay, and I'll move my mouse, and hopefully that's that. Okay, so Unbounded Love is featured in this project, this bundle. So it comes as a stamp set and dies, and it has all these wonderful sentiments. I mean, hope and faith, happy birthday, sympathy, feel better soon, just a lot of sentiments, and they coordinate with this variety of labels, and they kind of mix and match, and you're going to see that in the project I used today. I believe I used this die down here and this one here. I think I mixed and matched because this cuts an outside frame, and I used the inside frame, and then this one cuts the inside. Anyway, you can mix and match, and I really like it. I've been doing a lot with this set. So let me set the, so we're making a happy birthday card, so this will be on the front, and then may all your wishes come true will be on the back. So let me bring in my card kit. So this was a kit that I worked on with my stamp club back in May. They love fun folds as much as I do, so I like to treat them. So during my club, we meet once a month, and then I prep all the projects for them, and then they have a sample and they follow it, and then if I have a tutorial, they get the tutorial. Now you can get the tutorial, place an order of $50 or more with me, and I'd be happy to send you the tutorial for this card. So everything is already cut and scored. Here is the die where I did the outside, and then this is going to get layered on the inside. So let's do our stamping first, and then we'll jump in and assemble. Oh my gosh, I've had quite the day. Yeah, we're doing this major renovations, and it has taken way too long. It has really been miserable for me. May all your wishes come true. So that's going to be on the back. So let me just ink this up and put that right here in the center so you can see. And these are photopolymer, so you can look right through them to get the perfect placement. So that was pretty peacock on the back. And then for the front, I am actually going to do some heat embossing, which I just remembered. Let me go get my heat gun. I am just all discombobulated. Anyway, get my heat gun, which happens to be near to hand because everything I own, well, some of the stuff is packed up, but other stuff that I normally would use more frequently, I kept close by. So here's my heat tool, and here is my embossing. I'm going to move this camera a little bit. Is that the right way? Wrong way. Wrong way. Okay. Yeah, embossing kit. So it comes with a embossing buddy, which helps take the static out. So I'm just going to dab that across there. And this cool little tray, and these reverse and little brush, and these reverse tweezers. So I'm going to use those. And then Versamark. So this is a pigment ink. It is slow. It's because it's pigment. It's not water-based. It doesn't evaporate quickly. So it gives you a minute or two. So I'm inking it up. And I'm going to put my happy birthday at an angle. Make sure you can see this. I'm just going to put it kind of as at an angle. Then I'm going to hold it for a few seconds. Make sure that that thick pigment ink transfers. And there you go. Now I will take, we'll come back to this in a moment. So let me get a piece of scrap paper here. And you can see how that Versamark, it leaves a watermark, so it's almost the same color. That's what Versamark is so great, is that it goes with any colored cardstock. It leaves a watermark image. So this is silver embossing powder. And because that's a pigment ink, it doesn't dry immediately because it's not water-based. It will stick to the powder will stick where the pigment ink is. Let me just put it back into my little container. All right, and now comes the magic. I'm going to turn on my heat tool, and hold it steady close to where the powder is, and you'll see the change. I hope you can see as that gray powder turns silver. And there we go. And you don't want to, you just want to melt it. You don't want to burn it. So once it's done, just let that aside to cool for a minute. And I'm going to show you how to clean this Versamark off the pad. Because it isn't water-based, you have to use some kind of soap. And here I have my Stampin' Mist. This is I just refill my bottle. And that is what you need to do to clean your Versamark off the stamp. So I'm just going to squirt it on and then rub off with that soapy, oops, sorry about that. And now the Versamark is off my stamp, and all is right. Put that away, put that to the side, and now we can start assembling this card. So, using my multi-purpose ink, put some of this multi-purpose glue on the back, and this will get centered right inside the die cuts, so they just fit together perfectly. And the back of this piece, where's my boom folder? Oh, so much. Everything is piling up everywhere. And so if you do want the dimensions of this, if you make a purchase, I'd be happy to send out the tutorial to you. And on the back part, let's put this. And this piece here was a square that we cut. Measure to the center point of the square and then cut to the edges to create this white triangle. And this piece was a rectangle, and the same thing from the middle to the edges to create the triangle. And put this piece up there, that piece there, and then these pieces, they were rectangles. So the cardstock was a rectangle and the DSP was a rectangle. And this is the Winter Meadow pack. And then also, so the reverse, you could also use that pattern, but I'm going to go with this Art Deco. I think that this watercolor pattern works well for the Art Deco. And then I'm just going to adhere all these pieces. Should have done some of this work ahead of time, but like I said, I had one of the crazy days. Supposed to have contractors here this morning, and they showed up and then they left. Somebody had a family emergency. Somebody didn't show up. There was a baby born in their family. And then we went down to Home Depot to talk about cabinets, kitchen cabinets. And, you know, just one of those days when life happens. Things you think you're going to get accomplished don't get accomplished. But then you have successes in other areas. So, yeah, it's life. We all have those busy, crazy days where we think we're going to get so much accomplished, and then lo and behold. But I am here with you today, and I think I mentioned last week that I'm in a challenge, and my challenge is to go live once a week, and I picked Wednesdays as the day I'm least likely to be busy. That today didn't turn out, but you know, that's the way things go. And I'm here sharing with you this this project that I think is wonderful. So this has been scored, and I think I gave away my sample. So I'm trying to remember from memory how this went, and I believe it was Mountain Valley Mountain. I'll just keep going down the line, scoring in an accordion fashion. And you can, hopefully, you get to the end and it all makes sense, right? But, like I said, I had never seen this fun fold, so I was very pleased to be able to make it. I love fun folds. I just like the unexpectedness of them, I guess. So, alright. That one, and then that one is a valley. So when you look at it this way, you can see it's like a valley, a mountain, and then another mountain. Alright, so this gets folded in an accordion fashion like that. And the next thing we're going to do is, I think we're going to do our front piece. So there's our back. We'll put this triangle on the front. And, okay. Then we can start the magic. So generally, this piece is going to go like this. I'm going to put this here, and then this will go across the span, and these pieces, let's put all this aside. So the trick to this one is you take the 90-degree angle, and we're going to match these up. So it's going to go cover half of it, and then try to line the points up. Like that. So cover half and line the points up, and then this is going to go inside, the same thing, half. That, and then the same on the other side. That half of this will go inside, and then this half. And then that gets tacked on to the front. Now, when you're putting this together, you want to make sure that your card isn't any wider than 5.5. So this is a little outside. Okay, so I am going to put some tear and tape right down the end, so on both these pieces, getting close to the edge as possible. And this one's going to go in first. I'll line the point up and then cover half of this. Take this cover off and make sure it's open, because that's the back side's got to go on the back side of the base. So let's put the point down and then do about half. That looks about right. And there is, oh, where is my, take your pick. Maybe you can see this little bit of glue down here from the tear and tape. I'm going to try to roll that under, or remove it, and stick it under the, between the two layers. Okay, and take this cover off, and now we'll do the same thing. So line up the points and do about half. And again, this little piece of tape, I might have went, let's see if we can poke that under. There we go. And so we're getting there, our Art Deco piece. And again, close to the edge, almost all the way down. I can't get too far down because otherwise it's going to stick out, that little piece. So maybe these will be a little bit shorter and I'll have more luck. So put the, yeah, it's going everywhere. Close to the edge, down most of the way, and tear and tape. So let's see. So line the point up, make sure the back flap's open, line the point up, come about halfway in, and let's do the next piece. So next week I'll have another fun fold for you, so I hope you'll join me on Wednesday. If you'd like and follow my YouTube channel, well, subscribe and follow me on Facebook, you'll get notice when I'm going live. But I hope to see you here next Wednesday. Oh, hey Deb, thanks for joining me. Okay, so now let's put this piece on the front here. So I'm trying, the whole point of my challenge is to grow my YouTube subscribers. So if I'm going to post this video on YouTube and hoping to see some improvement and some growth. I'd really like if you went over there to Stamping is Fun and saw my channel. So this piece is 5.5 inches, so I'm going to use my grid to find the middle, and that would be right there. So let's see if I have a pencil. Here we go. Right here is the middle, And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing. Right there is the middle. And then I'm going to put my point. That is not the middle. What did I do wrong? Something is very wrong here. So that is not the middle. Let's try this again. 2.5. Wait a second. Oh, 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. I need 2 3/4 to be 5.5. That's what the problem is. All right. I think this is going to work better. Let's turn it over. 2 3/4. Yeah, I told you I've been having one of those days. So let's do here. Okay, that's better. And this is going to get lined up on this side. And then we're going to squish this together and line this up. And that's how this is going to go together. So, put the two fronts together like that. And put some tear and tape. Let's do it right here where the center piece is, and do the same on the back. And you see my pencil mark. Put a tear and tape there. Okay. And take off the cover. So I think that these colors within this, same thing, needs to come down to a point. So let's pull this up a little bit. There. And then turn it over and do the same thing. Lift the cover up. Take your pick tool and kind of pull this into a point. There we go. And that should come down right on top. Kind of tuck that little bit of extra in there. Okay. And now we can do our Art Deco. And I think I'm going to use some dimensionals to put that on this label. And I'm a big fan of dimensionals. I just like it when things pop up. Of course, I have to deal with the covers, so they are the bane of my existence. When I think I have them all, I find another one. Clever little things. Okay, so let's see if I can center this. That looks about right. Yeah. Okay, there you have the Art Deco Fun Fold card. And it should fit into an envelope. Yes, it's 4 1/4 this way and 5.5 that way. So we'll fit into an envelope. I think I have one here. Let's try, see if I did a good job. It's better put it in there. Oh, a little, let's see what happened. I didn't quite make it. So this one would either have to go in a special envelope or be hand delivered. So there you go. That's learn from my mistakes. These should have been closer in behind. Maybe they should have been 3/4 instead of halfway to secure them. But I did want to give you a real quick catalog tour of all the projects I used, or products I used in this project. So from the annual catalog, this is the 2020 2024 to 2025 catalog. On page 55, this 54, here's the Unbounded Love bundle. So you get the stamp set and the dies. You can buy them together, separately. You save 10% on buy them together. And if you do this before the end of June, you have a few more days, you can save an additional 10%. So you get 20% off the cost if you purchase by the end of June. If you're watching this after June 2024, you can save 10% by buying them from this catalog. But you want to make sure you get the bundle number. So up here it says Unbounded Love bundle. Make sure you use the bundle number so you can save additional 10%. And then on page 101, this is the paper. You can see right here, this is the pattern we used today. This is Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. And then if we keep moving on, this is page 126. And you got the Versamark ink here. And the heat tool is here. And the embossing powders. Now mine are the old style. Now they have these wow, and I heard they're very bright. But the metallics, that's where I got the silver embossing powder from. And then if we go on to page 137, here's the Pretty and Peacock, the cardstock, and the classic ink pad is what I used. Oh, I forgot there was one other thing I remember from my sample. I put some rhinestones on it. So let's get my rhinestones out and add a bit of bling. So here's my take your pick, and I can use this putty end to pick these up. Let's put one there, one here, and then one down there. So that's the last little bit to finish off this project. And I hope you liked it. Oh, everything is going cattywampus here. Okay. So there's the project. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like this video. Follow me on Facebook. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel so you'll know when I go live, when I post new videos, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this card. And until next time, next week, next Wednesday, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.